We are, I think we're live. I think we're here. Hello, everybody. Hi, Boris. Hi, Matsuma. Welcome. Please join me, friends, in welcoming Indigent, a band hailing from the heart of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They are quickly making a name for themselves in the regional grunge and punk scene. Here to educate us on the band's history and local roots, I have Zach Lewis, co-founder of Indigent, along with his brother drummer Julian Lewis. Grunge, punk, metal, South Dakota style, blended together. Zach, welcome to Fuck, Marry, Music, my friend.
What is up? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Did you work before this?
No, actually, I kind of just rolled out of bed a little while
Oh my God, I love
ago.
that for you. I love that for you.
Yeah, well,
I,
we had a long rehearsal last night, so
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
that'll do it. That'll do it. Those late night rehearsals. I will tell the audience as well that I apologize in advance if I'm a little sniffly, nasally today. I came back from a Haley Williams concert I was at last night, and I had to drive 3 hours, and it is springtime here, and I'm allergic to the earth. So
Yeah.
it's been a rough day, but I'm actually feeling better now. So,
Were you singing along all night too?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised I have any voice today. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. She's my favorite singer.
Really, yeah. Yeah, no, she's great.
She's so good. Who's your favorite band?
I got so many, like, right, it just goes in cycles all the time. I get like all-time favorite band or
Either
yeah,
flavor of the week, all time. If you can pick an all time, I
my
would really love
latest
to hear that.
I would say my latest favorite band lately is this band, Die Spitz.
I love them.
Yeah, they're amazing,
That's
and,
Baddiecore.
yeah, I discovered that, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I can't stop with it. I love it.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like very punky. They definitely fit with your sound. I feel like maybe you guys could be on the same tour together, same
I'm
festival.
intimidated. I think they're, like, way heavier, you know?
You think?
Yeah, no, I think they kinda blow me away, I don't know. But
Yeah. I don't
it
know. I
would be
could see
totally
it.
cool, though. I would totally do that. I wouldn't say no.
Of course not. Of course not. To be on the bill with baddies? Who would say no to
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So I have a lot of questions for you to get into.
Okay.
Um, not to come across as ignorant, because I am an American, but most of the bands that I interact with here that I've like built relationships with, surprisingly, are in Europe, like in Germany, in the UK, even like in Switzerland and Sweden. Um, I don't know shit about South Dakota, man, or like the music scene.
Yeah, there is quite a music scene out here. It's just been, slowly building for quite a while. Um, yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of untapped talent here.
Is there? So
It's
so in like all genres, across all genres, or specific to what you guys are doing?
Yeah, for sure. There's amazing death metal bands here. There is really awesome, like, what would I say? Like, yeah, like the shoegaze kind of indie scene is happening. There's a hip hop scene, there's like a big electronica scene too, kind of. It's all happening really.
That's amazing. I love to hear that because I think the stigma around like I guess states like South Dakota, North Dakota, Midwest, right? Is that
Yeah.
there ain't shit going on over there and Americans don't have real culture, they just eat macaroni and cheese, you
I
know?
love mac and cheese.
That's fair though. You can't hate on macaroni and cheese.
No, I totally get where those people are coming from, you know, like everything, all the bigger cities out here in the Midwest are so spread out. And so that's what makes it so difficult, I think, for certain bands to come out and tour these areas. It's just that it just costs so much to get from city to city on
Totally.
a van or on a bus or whatever, you know. It's a lot of gas that you're gonna have to go through.
Right.
But you know, To the bigger artists out there who, don't really wanna come all the way out here, I would say it's definitely worth it, that there's people that are definitely gonna come out to your shows.
Wow. I mean, I guess what else is there to do if we're gonna
Yeah,
feed into the stereotype?
for real though, yeah, yeah.
How far out of South Dakota have you personally traveled?
I've been to LA a couple of times,
Oh, that's a good one.
and, I mean, honestly, that's probably the furthest, and then, of course, all the surrounding areas, like, I've been to Minneapolis a few times, I've been to Omaha a few times and such,
Nice.
but I haven't really gotten out a whole much, though. I really do wanna travel. I think that's what I'm looking forward to next year when we're looking at, touring
I
and
was
getting
hoping you
that
were
s
gonna say that.
yeah.
That sounds great. Did you like LA?
I loved it. I
Mm,
loved it. I didn't experience the summertime there. I only went down there in the fall, and I still got burnt up pretty bad,
yeah.
but, so it'd probably take me a while to adjust to, the sun and whatnot down there especially during the summer,
The summer is
but
really weird in LA, in California in general, but especially like when you're by the coast because there's this weird like phenomenon. They call it June gloom, where when you wake up in the morning, everything's super foggy and seems like it's going to be cold, and then
okay.
by like noon it heats up. So you're like dressing in a hoodie and pants to go to work or school. And then by
Yeah,
noon you're like, "What the fuck?" and you're peeling
yeah,
everything off. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
You
a
got
different beast.
bamboozled by nature.
Every day for
Yeah.
months. It's so rude. So that's cool. So potential tour next year. Do you have any like ideal places in mind for that?
I'm really not sure. Um, I wanted to get kind of up by the Great Lakes areas, with,
Mm,
like, Michigan and whatnot. Um, that's kind of yeah, that's one of my, ideas. I don't know how the rest of the guys feel.
right.
Um, I could see Brett probably just being like, "Let's just go straight to the West Coast," you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's everybody's, first leap, but
Yeah,
don't don't sleep on the Northeast. We got some good
yeah,
shit out here. DC, Maryland, even Pennsylvania's got a little bit of a scene for you
yeah,
guys too. So don't forget about us,
right.
please. I have to ask, what would you tell a bunch of strangers potentially from all over the world about South Dakota? Like what's your thing over there?
I hope you like humidity
Oh, no.
and also freezing temperatures, like -40 in the winter.
Oh, no.
Um, but besides that, though, there's lots of history here. Um,
Okay.
with like this is kind of where like the Wild West and everything like took place out here in the
Oh,
late 1800s and stuff. So there's a lot of groovy stuff with that, with history. There's awesome music scene out here. There's also a pretty heavy comedy scene out here. There's lots of comedians.
really?
Um, yeah, been seeing that a lot. So I don't know. There's a lot of artistic people out here, I think. It's just like a big state full of people that just love creating.
Oh, I love that. That's like an ideal situation to me, is like being kind of out, like secluded in the middle of the of nowhere, and just be able to be in your creative energy and like explore that space. It sounds great.
Right. And there's lots of cool places out here to like hike and just kind of explore and stuff.
Yeah.
You kinda just you have to get out there a ways, but I mean, like, there's South Dakota really is a beautiful state.
You were saying before we went live that you're a big toucher of grass, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what types of touch grass activities do you do out there? You
Oh, yeah.
personally?
Oh, I was just kind of that was more of a 420 friendly.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Oh, I touch that grass all the time.
for
Trust me,
sure.
we're on the same page there. Yeah, yeah, he's a big. So the chat is commenting now. Big TG guy. Yep, big grass toucher over here. Couple grass touchers actually. Davo said, "Come to Chicago." I thought South Dakota was the Sunshine State.
It used to be. It used to be
Did
back in the
it?
day, that was the slogan, yeah, and
No shit. I thought that was a
they
joke.
changed that when I was, like, in 3rd grade or something. I'm 34 now, but,
Same,
um
35.
yeah, they changed that when I was, like, 2nd or 3rd grade, and now that's Florida's the Sunshine State now. We're the Rushmore State now,
Oh,
which makes
okay.
a hell of a lot more sense.
It totally does. But
Yeah,
the new Sunshine State sucks, so
yeah.
it didn't get an upgrade. Dang. Verbiger says, any big hospitals near those artsy places in South Dakota who'd appreciate a rural medicine resident.
I don't even know how to react to that.
She is in school studying medicine, so she's exploring where she might end up.
Oh, there is hospitals here to work at, though. No shit.
Well,
So,
there you
yeah,
go.
come on. Yeah.
There you go, Verby. Um, all right, so getting back to your early days in South Dakota, did you grow up in South Dakota?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What kind of music did you grow up listening to? Like what were you exposed to, and was it your parents that were exposing you to music, maybe siblings or teachers?
Uh, my parents, I grew up with kinda young parents, they're in their 20s, and,
That's nice.
and, uh, my mom was really into, at that time, it was like Tupac and, like, Mariah Carey and stuff, and,
Yeah.
she was
Bone
really into
Thugs and Harmony.
yeah, she was really into the pop thing at the time and, like, the rap thing, and my dad was, like, the complete opposite, where he was listening to all the death metal that was coming out at the time,
What a beautiful thing.
so it was like, Acid Bath and, like, Deicide and Slayer that's what was going on at that time, and as, like, a really young kid, I kind of, like, ignored both just because I think that's what kids do is they just ignore everything that has to do with their parents,
Right.
like but I was hearing that stuff, but I was just kind of like, "Yeah, it's not really for me." What really woke me up one day was the Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Let's
soundtracks.
go. Let's
Like,
go.
when I got, like, an N64 when I was, like, 8 or something like that, and, like, I rented that game from Blockbuster, and immediately I was like, "The fucking music on this game is incredible," like,
That's so
sometimes I would just
amazing.
pause it and just listen to the music play, wouldn't even
So
really play the
good.
game sometimes, but yeah.
Which pro skater? Which one?
Well, for one, the first one,
The first one
we had
was goaded.
it had, like, Primus on there and, like, Real Big Fish, and then I remember I also, rented Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and that had CKY on there, and maybe Caius? I can't remember,
Wow.
maybe it was Queens of the Stone Age on there
Queens
at
of
the
the Stone
time.
Age was definitely, well, they were definitely on like Tony Hawk Underground. I don't know if they
Yeah,
made it on before then.
and then, like, they also had really cool hip hop artists on there too, like MF Doom and
Mm-hmm.
Bus Driver and stuff like that, like
So your awakening was really Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
yeah, pretty
I
much.
love this. That is such a
But it was
pipeline.
such an awesome variety, immediately.
Yeah. Billy Talent was on there too. That was another good
Yeah,
one.
it's all coming back to me now. There was, and then there was, like, a Dave Mirra, uh, Pro BMX game that got me into Sum 41 and all that at the time, so, yeah, it was
So
awesome.
good.
It
So
was
good.
awesome.
Ladies Man is asking, what is your opinion on Limp Bizkit?
Uh, Geniuses, honestly.
Period.
I think Fred Durst's awesome.
Period.
They're a little I mean, they're a little crazy. People have I don't know, I love them. I think they're awesome.
I agree with you. I'm a huge fan of Limp Bizkit. They're definitely in my top somewhere. They're not in my top five because I
Yeah,
need a little bit more variety from an artist to be in my top five, and they're very much one speed, give or take a song or two. Um, but definitely like top classics of my childhood.
yeah, no, if they came to town, I would buy a ticket for sure.
100%. 100%. Verbiger was saying it sounds like between both your parents, you had a well-rounded music education, which I would agree with.
But also agree, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Davo said I still have my Blockbuster card. What are you gonna do with that, Davo? What are you gonna do with that? Ladies Man said one of my favorites is the Beastie Boys. Love the Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah, Beasties for sure.
There's
How could I?
There's a young band that really sounds a lot like the Beastie Boys. They're called Joey Valence and Bray. Highly
Okay.
recommend if you ever are looking for something that's similar to Beastie Boys, but a little bit more fresh and young.
Okay.
They're like
Yeah.
in their early 20s.
Yeah. Shoot me a link or something.
Absolutely will. I'm getting kind of an idea of your upbringing. So, Tony Hawk Pro Skater was the type of music that you decided you wanted to listen to, which was outside of what you were being exposed to by your parents. What
Yeah.
was your first inspiration to pick up an instrument? Did you start with guitar? Did you start with singing? What made you like first take that leap to start playing?
Um, I had a neighbor that lived down the street from me. I used to skate with him, and we used to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater all the time. He was a PC guy though,
Yep.
and I think I was like 11 years old, and we used to skate together and stuff. And I'd go to his house all the time just to kind of hang out and stuff. And his dad was a guitar player, and
Mm,
he had like like a few Strats and Tellys and like Mustangs lying around. And I remember I just caught myself one day just like really staring at this Strat. And I just kind of reached out and was like kind of just brushing the strings and listening to it. And his dad walked by and was just like, "Just pick it up," you know. And I was
musicians are
pretty
the
nervous
best.
about it, but he taught me like I think it was just like a couple basic chords, and I was pretty hooked. I was hooked right after that. I wanted to get my own. I think I got my first guitar that same year for like Christmas. I think.
Wow. Are you
Yeah.
still friends with that guy?
Yeah, he still lives in the same house that,
No shit.
uh well, my friend that I hung out with, he moved out to California.
Okay.
I think he lives out in, like, Berkeley or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. So up north.
Yeah, but his dad, though, who got me interested in guitar, we still talk all the time.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that. How long ago was that, would you say?
Well, I was 11 years old, so you do the math, it's been, like,
23?
23-ish years, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's such a great story. I love that.
Old
Uh,
who've had to put that perspective.
right, I know. Please, never again. We'll never speak of this again. What were the what was the first show you ever went to? Was it local? Was it a big artist?
Um, the first artist I really remember seeing live it was right after Hurricane Katrina. Bowling for Soup came to town and
Hell
played a
yeah.
benefit show for the Red Cross. So it was just donation only. Um, that was awesome.
Wow.
It was in a little town right outside of Sioux Falls called T.
T? Like
Yeah,
TEA?
yeah, T.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And they did it out there, and they did it at this tiny little bar called the Sports Page. And I remember it was, like, halfway through they had some opening bands and stuff, but it was about halfway through Bowling for Soup's set. They just kinda stopped everything for a second, and they were like, "We love you guys. You were the first band or you're the first town we've ever played that drank an entire bar's worth of beer before the show was over."
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. You're like, these are the records I want to be breaking.
Yeah,
That's
so that
amazing.
was awesome. That was a great time.
Wow, I love that. Um,
I was about 14 when that happened, like 13, 14, something
okay,
like
so
that.
first show in your teens.
Yeah.
Had you been to any like local shows before that that just like or whatever?
Um, yeah, more like local festivals, like, for a long time, they used to do a jazz fest over here, and they would get, like, a lot of jazz and blues artists to come out and play this, Yankton Trail Park, I believe, which is a huge park, huge open field, and, they always had thousands of people come out for that every year. They stopped doing that some time ago, I don't know why,
Dang. They
but
yeah, that's my shit right there. They still do that in New Orleans. It's pretty dope.
actually, now that you bring it up, I think the show that I caught before the Bowling for Soup show, I think it was earlier that year, I saw BB King at the Pavilion. Yeah,
My
and
God.
that was something. That really actually was my first concert. I would say that was my first concert, was BB King.
So you were already playing guitar for a couple of years at this point. How was that experience as like a young guitar player seeing BB King doing his thing up there?
That was incredible. Um, there's really nothing like that. It was definitely an influence, I still play a lot of, blues scale stuff just to
Mm.
get kind of warmed up whenever I play, yeah, I think about that show actually quite a bit.
Wow. I mean, how could you not? I mean, BB King is so legendary. That's such a great experience to have as like a young musician that's finding their way and, just seeing live shows. Like, what could a live show entail if you were to get to the point where you were going to have one? That's a really cool experience.
I wasn't even supposed to be at that show. My dad was supposed to go with my mom, but he broke his leg, like, a couple of weeks before that, and he couldn't go, so she had to
Listen,
take me.
dude, you didn't have to
I had
break
to
your
go.
leg to avoid the going to the show.
Yeah, so
Wow.
desperate.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Iconic said, speaking of game soundtracks, GTA Vice City soundtrack was epic. I don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
remember.
for sure.
I do remember
Um,
playing that game.
yeah, Vice City had, had Rain and Blood on there and
Mm.
countless other, really cool new wave artists.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That sounds like up Iconic's
Freedom
alley.
Years was on there and stuff, yeah, awesome. That was a great soundtrack too.
Davo is asking, what is your guitar's name?
I got the Green Machine, which is my green, Epi SG, and then I have a gold Epi SG that I call Goldie.
Oh my God. Cute names. I
Right,
love
yeah.
that. Iconic said there's even a fictional heavy metal band called Love Fist.
But yeah.
That's
I
so
actually love
funny.
that tune. I love that stupid song.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. That's so funny. I don't
Yeah.
even remember the music from that game, but I definitely played a lot of that. That was like the first
I'm
one I
really
played.
familiar with I still play PlayStation 2 all the time. I'm so stuck being, 15 for, the rest of my life, pretty
Were
much.
you an N64 guy?
Uh, I had an N64 growing up. My mom sold that at a garage sale for,
Oh,
15 bucks when I was, 12 or something. She's like, "You don't need this old thing," you
that's
know?
brutal.
Yeah. Especially when you see the price of them now, I'm like, "Mom, you're an idiot."
Idiot. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I would love to get my hands on one of those right now. That's where I'm stuck. PlayStation 2, that's too advanced for me.
Had the translucent purple one.
Me too.
Everybody tells me is worth, so much
Is
now
it? I
and
played mine to
really
shit
rare.
though. I
Yeah,
treated it like shit too. I would like take it to friends' houses and we guys getting banged up and stuff. I
yeah.
don't think it was in very good condition. But I still love all those games. If I get a chance to play like emulator versions of like I really like Super Mario 64. I'm getting
Oh,
in
yeah,
there. That's the best. Or like
I was
1080,
1080.
the
Oh, is that
snowboarding.
snowboarding? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I used to play Diddy Kong Racing, and I was, this close to beating a world record time, and I spent, 8 hours one day, just
Grinding it.
trying to shave off, 3 seconds, and I just,
How frustrating.
ridiculously close couple of times, but yeah,
I'm sure it's completely blown out of the water now because people are absolutely insane at video games these
right?
days.
Yeah, who knows what the record is for that track now? I have no.
Dude, we were playing we have like the new Mario Kart, like the Switch 2 one.
Yeah.
And man, I thought I used to be good at Mario Kart, but you play online, these kids are fucked up.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Like they need to touch grass. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I cannot hold my own anymore.
Oh, kids are brutal.
I
They
don't
can
even
be.
want to try Super Smash Brothers. I thought I was good at that back in the day, but I got really humbled on Mario Kart. Like
Yeah.
there's 24 places now. There's 24 racers, and I was
And
in the 20s,
okay,
like
yeah,
high
you're
teens and 20s, and I used
struggling
to
at the end.
dominate.
Yeah.
It's rough out there. Are you a gamer?
Not really, I wouldn't call myself a gamer, really.
Just the
Um,
occasional PS2 vibe.
yeah, I'll play, old pro skater games, or I'll play, GTAs and, a few things other in between, but yeah, I'm not a huge gamer.
It's fair enough.
A lot of
There's
my
better
friends
things
are,
to do.
I mean, yeah, I gotta write music, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So back to that. That was a really fun tangent, though.
yeah.
So you mentioned in another interview, I believe with Colby actually, that there's different types of rock and roll that you really love. And I was curious, when you think about rock and roll, what are the artists that come to mind? Like, what are the different categories? Who are the different artists that you love?
It usually kinda goes by decades or, like, kind of little scenes that happened within those times, like, really love the late '80s and early '90s, like, Seattle grunge scene, you know,
Mm,
and really love the mid '80s, like, hardcore punk scene, and same thing with, like, the late '70s kinda punk scene, and then the early '70s, like, proto-punk thing, and, like,
mm,
the psychedelic era of, like, like, the whole, like, I wanna say, like, '67 type of psychedelic era,
okay.
as opposed to, like, the early '60s, which was, like, really, like, teeny bopper stuff, but, like, I like that shit too.
Someone said, I wonder if he's a Melvins fan. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, yeah, definitely a Melvins fan.
I don't know what that means. What
Oh,
what decade are we in?
that would be, like that'd definitely be, like, the late '80s, grunge scene for sure.
Nice. I
Um,
definitely think your music would fit in with like a, I would say like maybe late 80s like punk, like traditional punk.
yeah, we still have to get some more tracks released, though, I think that'll kind of help people understand a little more of our direction,
Yeah,
you because, I mean, like, 5 songs is just kind of like a little taste of what we got, you know?
for sure. For
Um,
sure. But different flavors in there. Each song kind of had its own vibe.
yeah.
Very
Yeah, I
cool.
definitely just wanna get some more, like, trippy, like, shoegaze, stuff going on out there, we have a lot like that too in our repertoire.
We love that stuff in my community. Shoegazy kind of. Right now, there's a lot of shoegaze being kind of introduced into the new metal scene, kind of
Uh,
like Deftones style, and then the breakdowns are like these big shoegazy, very echoey, reverby,
yeah.
trippy, psychedelic breakdowns, which is super fun. But I'd be really interested to see what you're gonna do with that in your music because I can definitely hear it coming in there. Would you do it in like a breakdown sort of context? Do you think?
Not I wouldn't necessarily call it a breakdown. I wanted to get more, a little more techy. I wanted to bring, like, the math
Mm,
rock element into our stuff. So getting into, like, crazy time signatures and,
complex meter.
things like that. Yeah, I wanted to get just a little gnarly.
I love that. I'm being told that doom gaze is a thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's that.
Yes.
Devo, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was gonna throw in, I think the band Sun just dropped a new album, uh,
Oh,
really recently, like this week or something like that.
ooh,
So
I'll have
that's
to check that out.
available, but if you're into doomy stuff or shoegaze stuff or ambient stuff, that's
Yeah.
definitely something you wanna check out.
Do you like Stooges?
Oh, like Iggy and the Stooges?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're amazing.
Iconic says, I'm having constant flashbacks of game soundtracks now. In more recent Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy video game, there's a full album that one of the game developers made, and it fucking rocks. It's awesome.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out.
Okay, so when you first started making music, what kind of music were you making back then?
Um, hmm, I guess when I first started, I was kind of I was still in the process of, like, really learning the guitar,
Mm,
and, I think when I was, like, 12, I got my first, like, it was like a 4-track cassette recorder, like a little Tascam thing, and I was using to, like, learning how to make overdubs and stuff like that, and so, kinda went with the shoegaze stuff, like, right off the bat. I got I started with, a small, God, what is that, like a Zoom 505 or something,
Okay.
a little multi-pedal, and I would, mess around with effects on there, and then would use my Tascam to make, like, overdubs and stuff, and, so, right away, I was kind of just, like, making, like, noise rock, and, and then also kind of just I was all over the place. When you're learning how to play guitar, you'll try anything,
Right. Right.
just to do something different and to learn something, and so but, I was really big into punk too. I was really into, like, playing, like, Green Day covers and stuff because, um, they're awesome songs, but they're honestly some of them are most of them are fairly easy to play, we're just
Yeah.
talking, like, power chords and stuff, so
Yeah, I feel like Brain Stew is a lot of people's first song
yeah,
that they learn,
yeah, yeah,
myself included.
Green Day and, like, AC/DC will get you playing guitar really fast.
Totally. Totally. What would you say were your biggest obstacles when you were starting out as a new guitar player?
Um, Understanding that it's a good thing to learn a bit of, like, music theory, like, actually learn music, you know? Like,
Damn it!
learning how to play guitar chords and stuff and everything is one thing, but, like, you really wanna know how to branch out with your music and, do more with it, you kinda have to learn a little bit about music, so
Too
I
true.
started watching, like, videos and kind of dove into books a little bit about it. I'm not like an expert on music theory by any means, but I have a lot better understanding than most folks that I meet, really, most guitar players that I meet.
Yeah, it's gonna get hairy when you start getting into complex meter, depending on the level of musicians in your band as well, to be able to track, if you're doing like a meter that's got like a 4 and a 3 in it, like if you're flip-flopping back and forth between a 7 and an 8, you know. I mean, it doesn't really, I guess, require music theory, but at least that like understanding of counting and that it takes practice to sit there. Like it's not just the fun like noodling around, you know.
Yeah. No, well, my brother started playing drums when he was, like, 5,
Oh,
and
nice.
so and he played, like, marching band, and you know what I mean, all through high school and everything, and they did, like, competitions and stuff, like, he really knows drums by the book, and I love that.
Oh, that's awesome to have a
But I
drummer like
have to be
that.
careful, like, when I say that, like, you know what I mean? Like, "Oh, I wanna get into, like, crazy math rock and stuff," like,
He's
he's
like
a
an
little
11 over a 9?
he's like a yeah, right? He's a little intimidating on that level to work with, so I have to be careful on how far I wanna dive into that,
No, I think it's great. I think and as a musician, it's I think imperative to keep pushing your limits as you progress and to keep kind of pushing yourself farther because that's going to help your music evolve and it's going to open the door for how many different ways you can express what you're trying to express through your music. So I think it's great.
sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm curious if there are any genres or artists that you like or listen to that you think people would be surprised by.
I really love the oldies,
Like
um,
what do you mean by oldies?
like 50s, 60s stuff, like, like Motown stuff, like
Okay.
soul type of stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
um God, I'm trying to think of, like, specific artists that I really like
Where
The
do you
Venture.
find them? Like on Spotify?
Um, yeah, I was, introduced to the oldies by my grandpa. We used to just listen to this, like, oldies radio station when, um, I'd be over at his house just kinda playing outside while he would kinda tinker in the garage, and he'd
Mm,
always have that station playing, and I would always hear artists like, The Ventures and the Beach Boys and the Supremes and Dick Dale and stuff like that, So I really love the oldies, honestly.
that's awesome. So your grandpa was a little bit of an influence on your musical journey, a little bit.
Yeah, there was some oldies songs that, like, honestly, like, kinda come across like almost like punk rock to me, you know?
Whoa!
Like that song "Bird Is the Word," you know?
Yeah, oh, that kind
Yeah.
of is.
Like, in a weird way, that's almost sounds like something that Devo would have done, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, really early on, you know, like so,
Totally.
yeah, the oldies kind of turned me on to, like, things like punk rock and psychedelic rock without really knowing, you know?
Yeah, I mean everything is a little bit derivative when it comes down to it. You can kind of trace things back to their origins if you're paying attention. So that's really cool that you picked up on that. I thought it was funny though because you said oldies, and I know there's some people older than us in my chat, and
Oh,
I was like, who are we gonna offend right now? And David
yeah,
said, "Phew, before my time."
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, how do you feel about genres in music? Do you think genres are a useful tool, or do you find them to be a meaningless way to try to fit artists into a marketing box?
It's definitely I think it's a good tool if you're a music listener or enjoyer, you know, it helps if there's specific, we can use genres to help us discover other bands or whatever that we like that are similar to what we already like,
Yeah.
but I think sometimes people, especially with musicians, I feel like they can get stuck in a box where they um they just want to sound like one particular artist
Yeah.
and And I can understand why you'd want to. I mean, there's lots of bands that would be like, yeah, it would be cool to sound exactly like them, but like they already exist, like,
Yeah, and people don't like that. Listeners don't
you
like
know?
it when you're just copying someone. Look at Greta Van Fleet. I don't know if you were following that whole.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those guys are having fun though, but like,
Yeah.
in some cases though, I mean, when you're listening, you're like, gosh, that sounds so much like that,
Yeah.
Zeppelin
Mm-hmm.
or they
Queen.
started more, or what was it? Oh,
Queen.
Queen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good springboard for them because it got them a lot of attention early on, and now they've kind of taken it and done their own thing. But
Taking it too far.
yeah, but I did feel bad for them. Yeah, I have to say I kind of fell into it a little bit. I'm like, oh, you're just copying Robert Plant.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, like I listen to their music now, and I love Greta Van Fleet. They're awesome, and I feel bad for having that mindset.
There's some bands that really make that sort of thing work for them, like Jet, you know?
Oh yeah,
Jet was like, some of their songs really come off like AC/DC, but it's still cool,
yeah, that's
and they
true.
make it work, or even the Donnas kinda have, like, AC/DC vibes, but they're amazing,
So
like
good,
yeah.
such a good call out. Do you feel that genres are, or I guess, should be defined by this, like, actual sound of the music itself, by the culture, the era, a combination of those two things? What do you think is like really defining to what the genre should be?
There's always things that it almost seems like genres are really developed by, like, 1 or 2 specific bands, you
Kinda,
know?
yeah.
Like, there's all you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how even genres come about other than people making original music,
Right.
you like
And then someone replicating it, right? Because if it's just a one off, it's not really a genre. You have to have like a couple artists that sound the same to be like,
make
okay,
it
this is its own thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's weird. And it's, like we kind of define things by the time as well. Like the examples I would give, like Nirvana, Alice in Chains, you're like, oh, it's like 90s grunge.
Mm,
But like does that sound exist now, where like would a new artist come out now that you'd be like, oh, that's like Alice in Chains, that goes into that category, or does that live in the 90s?
right.
you know
Like, when people like, so many people have different opinions of what '90s rock sounded like. Like, some people will say, "Oh, it sounds like '90s rock," and they'll do, like, the Eddie Vedder thing where they're like, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh yeah.
You know? But then other people would be like, "No, the '90s grunge thing is like" Yeah, yeah,
Run
he's,
with
like,
the lights
screaming, like
out. This is
yeah,
dangerous.
yeah, and so it's like, it's really about what artist particularly you think defines that genre or era, you know?
So it's like specific to the person. So I could classify something as like grunge that you wouldn't, basically.
Right, yeah.
It's an
Like
interesting
Sonic
take. I
Youth,
like
like,
it.
they were around during that time, but I wouldn't call them a grunge band really at
Right.
all, you
Right.
know? But they were definitely around,
It's
and
exactly what I'm thinking
even
too.
Green Day was around at that time too, but, like, I wouldn't dare call Green Day a grunge band.
No. No, but like Green Day's another good example, right? Because like they were kind of ahead of their time pop punk, but pop punk wasn't a thing when they
Yeah,
were doing
and
it.
they weren't even really that poppy too, especially in the beginning.
But they weren't like the Ramones would not have claimed Green Day as punk,
Yeah,
but what else
probably
would
not.
they be? Alternative rock,
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess, but then that's such a, um
Like a wide umbrella.
yeah, like,
Yeah, because
it's so
then like
vague.
Nirvana's kind of in there then,
Right,
which Green Day, Nirvana, I don't even know if they'd be at the same show.
right. I think they said they played one show together.
Did they?
I think Billy Joe made a statement about that once that yeah, they said that, they were on Green Day was on stage, and then they were like, Nirvana was also there, but they were just getting drunk in their van.
Right. That's pretty
So,
legendary.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Those were just questions for me. I'm very interested in how people think about genres and do they like them. A lot of artists, I find it interesting your first response because I think a lot of artists dislike genres because they feel they're being, crammed into a box against their will.
Yeah.
And as listeners, it is a tool for us, like you said, which you would want to embrace as the artist because you want to know who your audience is. But
Yeah.
you don't also want to be like stuck to one thing. So it's
Mhm.
tough as the artist. So I agreed with your answers though. I do think it's more of a listener tool than it is.
It's the same thing too with, like, my friend brought that up years ago when, the whole, like, Napster thing was going on.
Oh yeah.
Was saying that, like, my opinion at the time, I was like, I was saying that the internet, like, ruined music. And he was like,
Mm,
"How could that be? Because like, now it's so accessible to everybody."
yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I guess it really is awesome for the listener, but for the artist, it kinda sucks that" but then people can access your music, which is also great, but I don't know, I just don't like to come off sounding greedy, but I think something should go to the band, right? You know? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I agree. And I think that's another great conversation that I like to have as well, where, how good is the internet as a tool for artists? I do appreciate that it puts the power in the artist's hands a little bit where you can do your own marketing and turn your art into something that's worth something that you can say this song did this many numbers on TikTok before you even have a conversation with a label that's already ready to like put a knife to your throat, you
Yeah.
know? So I like it in that regard because it gives you the ability to put actual numbers and value on your art before it's seen by anybody. But
Mm.
at the same time, you have to do a lot of free labor to get it there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of the
Oh,
trade-off.
yeah. Definitely.
All right, so I want to talk about your direction of your sound. So I've only heard the 5 songs from your EP, which, as you said, is it's hard to get a feel for like the full scope of your capability and what you're looking to do. Um, I feel you have a blend of a lot of different genres. I do hear a lot of traditional punk elements, which I love, the gang chants, the kind of like shout singing. I do
Mm.
think it's a little bit more melodic than a classic punk band. Your
Yeah.
chords, your song structure giving kind of a grungy metal vibe. But your choruses were more like newer pop punk to me. I really felt like your choruses reminded me of the band Brand New. I don't know if you were a fan of
Oh,
them.
yeah, I remember those guys.
So like Brand New, Taking Back Sunday, like those kinds of like punchy choruses.
Mhm.
So I'm curious, what genres and elements are you trying to incorporate into your music right now?
Um, well, okay. It's yeah, well, basically, I mean, like, we were talking about genres. I'm just trying to morph together multiple genres in a way that it's not ridiculously obvious. I don't want it to come off like choppy, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, "Oh, this part's kind of like a ska thing," but then it goes into, like, this heavy metal thing, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be so obvious like that, but, yeah, I don't know, really trying to get more, like, melodic elements in there, like I was saying too with, like, the time signature stuff, getting a little more mathy with things, um, also having, like, some slower numbers and such,
Mm.
a lot of the newer stuff that I've been working on isn't necessarily, like, slow jams and, like, it's not pretty and happy, but it's, like, kind of slow and dreary and
Mm.
mysterious and such, and I've been showing the band a lot of that stuff that I've been working on just, like, on my loop station and stuff, and they're pretty excited about that, so we're
That's
kinda
awesome.
we're gonna have some tracks that are just a little more, like, toned down, but
Yeah, like a range
equally
of dynamics and emotions.
for sure. So, I guess that's really what I'm aiming at is just getting more dynamics in there, more
Love that.
emotion. Yeah.
That's a very attainable and great goal to have because that's what the people want. They want it to be real, you know. It's not always "Ugh." Sometimes
Yeah,
it's meh, you
yeah.
know.
Also, it's nice to get a little bit of a break when you're playing live, and everything when every song is just like, high tempo energy, like go, go, go type of stuff. I mean, you get wore out up there.
It's true. It's
Nice to
true.
play a couple of slow numbers now and then.
Just throw like a long, like 10-minute shoegaze moment.
Yeah, just
Just
the
jam
late metal
band.
boots.
Yes, yes. Which artist would be your dream to open for?
Oof, that's a tough one. For me, um, gosh, I would really love to open, like, for, like, Ty Segall or,
Ooh,
like, Jack White would be amazing. Um, Julian would say Tool. He would really wanna open for Tool, I think. That's, like, his favorite artist ever,
I
and
love
he also
Tool.
really loves Weezer, so maybe that would be awesome as well.
Wow, Tool's in my top five. I love Weezer too.
Mm,
Oh yeah, iconic. You missed it. Zach's brother Julian is the drummer, and he's the nerdy one. He's
yeah,
the advanced musician, I guess we would say.
yeah, he's
Um,
the timing Nazi.
yes, exactly. Every band needs one. So speaking of that, I was curious because I did hear you mention in your other interview about wanting to get into the math of it all, and you mentioned Tool. So I'm curious which artists you're taking inspiration from for your math metal journey.
For the math stuff, I really like I mean, Tool is incredible. Danny Carey is, like, a absolute beast. Um, yeah, Tool is incredible, but I'm really into, this band called Terra Mellows.
Terra Mellows.
Yeah, they're out of Portland. I believe they're out of Portland, maybe it's Seattle,
Okay,
but they play really intense, like, shoegaze math rock, like, I mean, that's, like, to a T, like, what they do, you know what I mean? It's, like, crazy time signatures, really random, it's like total, like, ADHD punk, like, I
love
love
it.
it.
That's so
Yeah.
fun. Okay, I'll have to check that one out.
Caramellos, this other band called Hella, um,
Hella.
Hella,
They must be from
also
California.
also super, like, math, rock, techie, punk, hardcore, um, yeah.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I mean Tool is like my Tool, I feel like disguises it the best out of all the bands I've heard where you don't realize. Actually, I take it back. I say Incubus.
Oh yeah,
Incubus is like
they're
a
awesome.
secret complex meter band where you go back and listen to songs that you've been listening to since you were a child and you try to count it and you're like, oh, this is in fucking seven.
It's funny that you mentioned Incubus because I can't remember their guitar player's name, but there was a time where he was a huge influence on me.
Hmm.
Um, he got me listening to Hendrix because I remember I was reading an article in like Guitar World or Guitar One magazine, and he was mentioning like certain techniques that Hendrix would use in his playing or certain effects that he would use that he was applying to stuff in Incubus. And so I was like, apparently I'm not listening to enough Hendrix. So, and then I became this huge Hendrix fan for like, I was obsessed with Hendrix for like 2 years. That's all I listened to.
It's a good one
And,
to be obsessed with.
yeah, I still revisit that now and then, but I don't know what dragged me out of that, but I was stuck in it pretty deep. It was just Hendrix for like years.
I mean, that's a good place for a guitar player to get some really good skills, depending on what you're focusing on.
I don't know. There's a lot of guitar players out there that would
That's
say
true.
like Hendrix sucked, like
Oh my God.
it's crazy how many amazing artists get like, you know, shit talked all the time. Like even like Dimebag Daryl, like why would you diss how are you gonna diss on Dimebag? But there's people out there that say like, oh, he's like he never had a good guitar tone in his life. Like, okay.
There's pompous, pretentious douchebags in every field, I find.
Yeah,
But especially when it comes to art, there are people that are very meh.
yeah,
No, you don't know good music. Oh, Hendrix? You mean radio garbage. That's what you mean.
yeah.
It's like, okay, buddy.
You gotta love
So no, go ahead, go ahead.
oh, I was just saying you gotta love it,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
people.
What direction besides the math rock and just getting more complex with it? What direction do you see your sound taking over time, or what kind of sounds are you working on for your next project?
I think later on, um, I know, Julian, our drummer, um, he's got some pretty cool gear that he's got recently that we need to kind of learn our way through and set up and stuff, but I think that we're gonna start to get some pretty crazy percussion sounds as well as just regular drums. Um, you got these pads that are made by, can't remember who makes them, Mandala, I think.
Okay.
It's the same like these like pads that Danny Carey uses.
Mm,
Where they're more or less sample pads, but like, you can sample anything to them and you can have all these crazy sounds
yep. I've
um,
seen them.
available all the time. And so I don't know where our music's gonna go just because, we're just gonna have all these amazing options for sounds and and whatnot,
That's
like
awesome.
gong sounds and
Yeah,
whatever else, like lasers. No, I don't know.
that's pretty dope. Haley had one of those pads on stage last night with her. It was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Cool
Oh,
experimental
they're
sounds.
so cool. They're so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. What would you say, if any, what message are you looking to deliver to your present and future fans through your music?
What am I trying to say to my future fans right now?
Yeah,
Just
like what's your message? Like what is your band about? Like what do you want people to take away from your music as they experience it?
staying authentic, be true to yourself, you know. Um, don't take any wooden nickels, you know. Seriously, you
Coming
know.
from the Rushmore state.
Don't be original. Do your thing. Discover yourself, Fall in love with yourself. Learn to be you.
Love
Love
that.
you, you know.
I love this message so
Ultimately,
much.
that's what we want from everybody is like, learn to be you.
Wow. What a great message to have. Just stopping to read chat real quick. Davo said, by the next time Tool puts out an album, you'd have a deep catalog to work with.
Probably, yeah. I think
SpongeBob
this
said, hi.
like what, like 14 years or something?
They did. When did Fear Inoculum come out? Wasn't that long
Came
ago,
out
was
like
it?
year, I think, but, like,
Oh,
they
before
hadn't put
that?
anything out for, like, I think it was, like, 14 years or something.
Yeah.
Not quite sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, Control 4. Who's this handsome? This is Zach Lewis of Indigent. Oh yeah, here, let me plug your Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh, so are you also the vocalist?
Yeah, yeah.
So there you go. So guitarist, vocalist, co-founder of the band with his brother Julian, who is the drummer. And Control's question is, as an artist, do you find it hard to stay creative?
No, not really. I think I'm just kinda wired that way, though. I'm super ADHD. There's always something that just, like, jumps out at me, and I'm like, "I gotta write it down, or I gotta make a crazy noise of some sort."
Some people are lucky like that. I love that.
Yeah, and, like, my pedals and stuff keep me busy. I got a lot of knobs to turn around and everything. I'm always just goofing around with music, so
It's the
it
best.
the minute I think I'm bored with it, something pulls me right back in. I
Right.
can't get away from it.
So, I have some fun questions for you. So this is something that I'm bringing back. When I first started my show a couple years ago, I was just interviewing pretty much like random people that were not musicians that just love music. I wasn't really shooting very high. I was just like, anyone that would talk to me about music, please come on my show. And so
Yeah.
I would ask lots of different questions, which is why my show is called Fuck Mary Music. I did kind of a Fuck Mary kick out of the van because we're not going to say that um, style section of questions. So I have some if you're open to it. They're just more thought provoking questions. You can totally opt out of them as they come if you don't feel like answering them.
I can just pass if I
Yep.
want. Alright, let's do it.
Okay. What is a super cliche stereotype about musicians that is absolutely true?
Oh, that's absolutely true. Um, it's like so many musicians are stoners, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know.
true.
And, like, I wouldn't say 100% all of them, but, like, I'm gonna say, like, 98% of
I
them
love that. That's a good one.
out here smoking.
I mine is it's not the true in my case, but it has been true for me in I've seen it happen a lot is the singer always shows up late and doesn't help unload the van.
Yeah, I would say that is pretty true.
And then someone in chat said we're broke.
Oh, yeah, definitely, we broke as hell. We broke out here.
Totally. If you could educate future attendees of your show, what are some audience do's and don'ts that you would like them to know from your perspective as the artist?
Tall people gotta stand in the back
Thank
so
you.
people can see us, okay? That's all I'm trying to say.
That is such a good one. Tall people get in the back. We were at the show last night and there was this super tall guy in the front ruining every video that I tried to take. You're getting yeses in the chat.
Yeah, sweet.
Except for the one tall person that said hell no.
Yeah, tall guy is like, "Fuck you."
Literally. If money was no object, what is your dream venue? Either like a specific location, like Wembley or something, or just like a stadium. You don't have to say which one. And what are you bringing with you on stage? Like fire, lasers, fog.
I think it would be really cool to play at the Sphinx.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
set up in front of the Sphinx
Love
and,
that.
yeah, where is that located? Cairo or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
yeah, so we'd be, like, live in Cairo over there in the by the Great Pyramids and all that,
Okay,
that'd be
so you're building a huge stage. You're
yeah,
out by the pyramids in front of the Sphinx.
yeah.
What kind of like, okay, is it a nighttime show or daytime?
I don't know, we'd have to do I would say I would do, like, a daytime show, and then they would have, like, instead of, like, huge things that, like, shoot fire, it would shoot, like, water, and it would be, like, a big water park, like,
Dude, I was thinking water park too. I swear you read
like,
my mind.
water park oasis at the Sphinx, Indigent's playing.
Indigent's playing. There's people going down like a curly water slide.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's so good. I love
let's do
that.
it.
Okay. And then would you have like a wave pool for people to hang out in as
Yeah,
well?
wave pool, there'd be, like a go-kart track,
Yes.
bumper cars. There'd be, like, an amusement park built right next to it just for, like, a day, you know?
Amazing. But like
No.
in the go-kart helmets, they can hear you
Yeah, yeah, if there was
performing
yeah,
perfectly.
yeah, if they could radio that into there, that'd be
Yes. Oh my God, someone else said nighttime and cool lighting effects on the pyramids.
oh, yeah, that'd be cool too.
That
You
would
could
be
do a double
sick.
set. We could do a double set. We do the matinee and
Yes, just the whole
the
day.
show, yeah.
We'll do like a cover set, bring other artists on stage.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple fuck, Mary, kick out of the vans. Okay,
Okay.
we got the first one: Elton John, Sting, and Bono.
Elton John, Sting, and Bono. Elton John would probably marry Elton John. He's a
Yeah, that's a
sweetheart.
good. I would have too.
Nice.
That's a good one.
And who else we got?
Sting and
Yeah,
Bono.
Sting and Bono. Bono, he's out the van.
He's out of the van. Okay, that's
So
fair.
naturally we gotta fuck
So you're
Sting.
fucking Sting. I
Yes.
mean, just rip and dip. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Number two. There's three. Number two is Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I hate Stevie Ray Vaughan.
He's out of the van.
There, I guess we'll marry Hendrix. He's pretty cool. He's
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good one. And you gotta fuck
so
Eric Clapton. You gotta get a one night in with the old Clapton.
yeah, we'll have to do young mustache Eric Clapton, like,
Yes.
cocaine era type of
Yeah,
Clapton.
yeah, cocaine Clapton. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. All right, and then the last one is James Maynard Keenan, Zach De
Okay,
La Rocha,
okay.
and Fred Durst.
Fred Durst. Let's see here. Let's, God, I guess no. I don't like this one.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like if I married Zach De La Rocha, he would just he'd be too political all the time. He'd probably be really annoying to be around all the time. I don't
He's
know.
probably a rip and dip. This is a hard one though. Well, no, he might be the one to kick, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and then we just might have to marry Durst just because he's just really entertaining and random like that.
Yeah, you gotta at least fuck Maynard.
Yeah.
At least once.
Especially with yeah, in his fake boobs, we'll fuck Maynard just
That's a good
yeah,
idea. That's a good
or when
idea.
he's painted blue.
I think I probably would have swapped Fred Durst and Maynard. I probably would
Okay,
marry Maynard and fuck Fred Durst because I can only
yeah.
take so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
What? You know? But I
yeah.
agree with you on all the other ones. That was a good
Alright,
one. That was really
I'm glad.
good. You're good at this. The chat agrees with you too. Save Clapton for a rainy day.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think about this more than you know.
I got the right person for the
Well,
job
that's so
today.
good. Yeah, it's, I think about this stuff daily.
Right. This is going to be the last question section and then we're going to do a little reaction and then you're free.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
it.
So these are my favorite questions. I still ask these all the time because I love them so much. You're going to hate it though. So sorry. Top 3 greatest rock and roll songs of all time.
Of all time?
I can't give
Man,
you any more info than that.
phew. Well, we're gonna have to put The Doors in there somewhere, so I think I'm gonna start with "Break On Through."
Oh, great one. Break on
That's
through.
an amazing track. Um, After that, I would say we gotta say something about Pink Floyd. What is the best Pink Floyd song, though? There's so many amazing ones. Just for I really like, you know what, though? We'll have to go with "Breathe." I'll just say that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then but then the number 1 of all time, I don't know. Probably have to go with Sabbath, man. We have to go with Iron Man,
Ooh, good one.
you know?
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I also like that you didn't ask me to classify what rock and roll is, and you just got in there.
It
Eh,
just went in there,
I
right?
thought you
Yeah.
did a good job. I wasn't gonna tell you anyways, but I thought you did great. Ozzy's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Top three greatest bands or musicians of all time, any genre.
Oh, man. I would have to say really love, top 3, man.
You can do
This is
five if
terrible.
you need. If you
This is
need.
terrible. I'm a dead man.
I told you you weren't gonna like it, but I
Yeah.
must know.
Was it
This is
top 3 what was
this
it?
is the
Top 3, like,
cost of coming on my
musicians?
show.
Top 3
Top
musicians
top three
or
greatest bands or musicians. So if you
or
prefer to say like Eric Clapton instead of, Cream, or like Jimi Hendrix instead of The Experience, or whatever
yeah.
iteration you
I
think
mean,
is
I
the
love Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix did some amazing, innovations for music. I don't think that people credit him enough when they always talk about Jimi Hendrix as a guitarist, but they don't really talk about him as, like, a producer. A
Mhm.
lot of what was going on in some of those records would be very difficult to replicate even today with some of the production that was going on. So I definitely gotta throw Hendrix in there.
Okay.
Um, also, I gotta say, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne or Sabbath,
Mm.
also really, paved the way for a whole different style and whole different texture of music, so that's incredible. Um, and then for number 1, I'm gonna get kinda weird on you guys and say Tommy Tedesco. Um,
Whoa!
yeah, from the Wrecking Crew, was just kind of like a studio musician way back in the day with when I was talking about the oldies, I really love the oldies.
Mhm.
Um, he was a studio musician that was on, like, a million different classic songs that people they would have no idea that that's who they're listening to, but
Right.
really incredible guitar player and writer, and, yeah, huge shout out to him.
Wow. Kind of like a James Taylor. I know people are going to be mad at me for saying that, but
Well, I really thought about saying something like, um, what was it? Like Paul Simon.
oh
No,
yeah, it's another good
Paul
one.
Simon's incredible, yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I wasn't expecting that last one. That was a curveball for me.
yeah.
Wow. Really good. Really good stuff. Great answers all around. So let's do a little reaction before we go. I had someone from my community. I had Davo send me some songs that might be good for you to react to, but we'll pick one that he said was his favorite. So I don't know if you know this about me. I do reaction content. Did you know
No, I've seen plenty of it, yeah.
that?
It's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, great. Strange Bones. Have you heard of that band before?
No.
Okay.
Do it up.
Let's freaking do it.
Freaking
Let's
move.
freaking go.
Got a sexy groove going on in the one.
Very Jack White.
Yeah, it's kinda this is awesome. Kinda makes me think of the Strokes and the Black Keys.
Mm,
The guitar is just seriously kinda got like this cool swing vibe.
it
It's
is very
awesome.
swingy,
But it's super rock and roll too. I'm sold.
right?
What's up?
I like the effect on his voice too.
Yeah, I need to get me a zebra strap.
Yeah.
It's like the type of band that like this is what your parents think is going on when they're not home. Like
Yes.
this is the band that's playing at your house party.
Yes.
when they're gone.
Destroying the house in the process.
Yeah. Them sideburns are working overtime.
What'd you say?
Those sideburns are working overtime.
Overtime, dude. You gotta have 6 sideburns to be in a band like this.
Oh, for sure.
Period.
Yeah, I'm into that.
You like that? What were your thoughts overall?
It was really groovy, and the tones, man, the tones were heavy, heavy,
Heavy. Yeah,
heavy, heavy.
heavy. Very old school. I feel like they fit in with like Rival Sons and Royal Blood, probably. A little bit.
Who are these
You don't
peoples
know
now?
these people? You don't know
No.
these people? Oh, man, okay, I gotta show you at least one. Cute. Oh, I gotta change this. There we go.
Also really groovy. His voice is incredible.
Yeah, he's awesome. God! So simple.
I like this dude's guitar.
Right? Alright, there you go. What do you think of that?
Also awesome. Also very
Super cool.
awesome.
Super, super cool. All right, well, that is all I had for you today, my friend. This is usually the part of the show where I offer to put you on the big screen and let you plug any shows or any new music you have coming out, or you can just talk about your EP for a second. Did you want to do that?
Sure,
All
let's do
right,
that.
here, let me put you on the big screen. The floor is yours.
Well, this is Zach Lewis from Indigent, reminding you to check us out on Spotify and Apple Music, Bandcamp. Yeah, we got our EP that just released February 10th. It's called Take One. 5 totally juicy, rockin' uh, songs. So yeah, check that out. We're gonna be playing Four Winds Festival here later this summer, so stay in tune for that. We're also gonna be playing. So we got some more shows coming up here that I can't really announce. So keep up with our Instagram and Facebook, and check yeah hear our announcements. So yeah, it's been really awesome though being here.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming on my show today. I really appreciate having you. It was really nice to chat and learn about South Dakota and
Yeah,
all the stuff you guys have going on over there.
for sure. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Give me one second here. I am going to end the stream here. So, to my community, goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I really appreciate you guys being here, and all of your questions were so valuable and insightful. It was really nice. And for you, I will see you backstage in 1 second, Zach.
All right.
Alrighty. Bye, guys.